Negro, Latino, Native American. But once you stay in that land amongst some people, and you get you a woman of that land, all right, you have a child with that woman, all right, we'll say a son. The son comes out, the son is gonna have the features of that mother also, all right. So it's still gonna look like a typical Israelite, but the features is gonna start being watered down. Right. And then that son, let's say he gets, because the seed comes through a man, that's what we're using, a man child, all right. So that son, he gets him a woman of that nation. He gets him another Syrian, all right. Now he has a son with that woman. Now that those features is gonna be more watered down, all right. Now he's gonna look a little more like an Assyrian, and then so on and so forth to 10 generations. Then he's not gonna look like an Israelite, period. Even though he's still an Israelite, because his seed was from the seed of one of the tribes of Israel. He's still an Israelite despite the way he looks. So that's the understanding that the elders brought through the Spirit, that you have Israelite foreigners. You got natural Gentiles and you got unnatural Gentiles. The unnatural Gentiles are Israelite foreigners. So through a process of time, you begin to look like the other nations, all right? To now. So you go 20 generations into the future, he won't look like an Israelite, period. Even though he'll still hold that spirit of Israel, all right? That lively, righteous spirit, all right? The salt of the earth type of spirit.
Can I say, for instance, like you have Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yep.
all right, comes from the Sicilians, all right, but everybody knows that the Moors conquered Sicily, all right, some time ago during the Middle Ages, all right, what you call during England's, the Moors who were Negroes that came out of where did they come out of? Spain, all right, but like I said, that line of these people today who call themselves Italians and Sicilians, mainly Sicilians, and you have a couple other from Italy, their line goes back to the Moors. So if you take a look at Leonardo DiCaprio and his characteristics, he acts like a Negro. And if you're not convinced, go down to the local fucking Little Italy and shit, and see some of them Italians, man. Watch how they talk and how they move, and their spirit is and their vibe is. All right, if you close your eyes, you would think you were looking at a dark-skinned Negro. All right, but when you open them, you see a totally different appearance, similar to maybe another nation, the so-called white man. Well, that's our people who's has confused faces, which is a curse brought upon our people anyway. All right, so all of our people, everybody who's going to be saved, 144,000 elect, is not necessarily going to look like Wesley Snipes. And that was something that a lot of niggas who wasn't meant to get this word, they fell off, and that was a stumbling block, a large stumbling block for a lot of you niggas out here, man. All right, and this is finishing up Isaiah 11:11. It says that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt.
So you have people looking like Assyrians. You have a lot of people looking like Egyptians. Continue.
And from Pathros.
And from Pathros.
And from Cush.
And from Cush, you got people looking like Ethiopians. Continue.
And from Elam.
And from Elam, you have a lot of people looking like East Indians. For example, you have somebody by the name of a reggae artist by the name of Supercat. All right, you would think he was an East Indian, but when you listen to his music and to the flavor that he exhibits, you know that he's an Israelite foreigner. Continue.
And from Shinar.
And from Shinar.
And from Hamath.
And from Hamath.
And from the islands of the sea.
And from the islands of the sea, from all these different Japhetic islands, these Polynesians, all right, these Hawaiians, all right, Samoans, all right.
Like the Rock.
Like the Rock. Because, yeah, the Rock, people's like kind of scratching their head like, yo, who the fuck, you know, what is he?
What is he, yeah.
What is he? But the Rock is a so-called Negro, man. His father, Rocky Johnson, if you look at an old picture, when he was in his youth, was a big Jake with an afro, all right, who married a Samoan princess, all right. So, but the Rock is an Israelite.
Huh. Read on.
Yeah, read on.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
And he shall set up an ensign of the nations, and he shall assemble the outcasts of Israel. All right, which is scattered throughout all the four corners of the earth. That's why James 1:1 it says, to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, greetings.
Greetings.
All right, they're not all gonna look like Israelites, man. Not every Ephraimite is gonna look like a a typical Puerto Rican. Not every Mexican is gonna look like a typical Mexican. You gotta have people from the tribe of Issachar that look black. All right, you got people from the tribe of Issachar that look white. You got people from the tribe of Issachar that look freaking Chinese, man, and so forth for all the tribes. All right, all the tribes ain't just gonna look like a stereotypical Israelite.
Right.
Continue.
That's why, that's why Amos has said that the Lord's going to sift out the house of Israel.
That's
right. He's going to sift the wheat from the tares, the one that's look like Israelites but are not, and the one that look like other nations and are Israelites.
That's right.
All right. It says, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth, because Judah was scattered throughout everywhere on this planet, man. All right, so everywhere on this planet you have a Judite, all right, in the midst of another nation, and for the other tribes, all right, That was in the
right. Yeah, that was it, because we brought that out for Revelation 7:9.
All right.
In Revelation 7:9, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number.
Which we just explained it through the Spirit. We broke it down that that great multitude is talking about Israelite foreigners. Despite the fact that you read nations, other nations. Continue.
Of all nations.
Of all nations. Continue, because it was mingled and mixed their seed amongst them nations, but the seed of man is stays. All right. So when for man, Israelite man has a child with a woman. All right, he has his sons and daughters. That seed continues on through his sons. That's why when you had these ancient wars and they conquered a village or a nation, what was the main thing that they practiced? Destroying all the men, because they knew that the men carried the seed. They'll take the women into captivity. All right, the daughters, but the men, the little man child, either they'll castrate them.
Yeah, castrate them.
All right, or they'll just completely destroy the men. Right. All right, to basically destroy that nation. That line. Continue.
It says, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
It's talking about the elected nation of Israel in the day of their deliverance, man.
Right, so you have the 144,000 prophets.
That's right.
All right, that's 12 tribes of each nation, but you also have
12,000 out of each tribe.
Salaki, 12,000 out of each tribe of Israel, 12 tribes. But you also have the remnant, which is the rest of the 1/3, okay, which makes up men, women, and children who are all Israelites.
That's right.
Who may look like other nations, man. All right, and that's the vision that John saw.
Yeah, Isaiah 45 and 17.
Right, Isaiah 45 and 17. It says, like, Isaiah 45 and 17, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord.
It said Israel, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord. And it said Israel and all the nations of the earth. It said Israel shall be saved in the Lord. So the only one that's going to receive salvation are the Israelites.
Hey, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation, yet shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
And yet there shall not be ashamed or confounded, world without end, an uninterrupted rule. All right, us ruling from ages to age to age and to age for time immortal, man. All right, we're gonna continue to be in rulership, and all you other nations gonna come back in that cycle of death and rebirth. All right, in subjection to the nation of Israel, which are us, the nation of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right.
New Testament. It says, this is Romans 11:26, and so all Israel shall be saved.
So all Israel shall be saved. All right, continue.
As it is written.
As it is written.
There shall come out of Zion the deliverer.
There shall come out of Zion the deliverer, which is Yahushua. Break down that name, Yahushua. Yah is he. Yahushua is deliverer. There shall come out of Zion, all right, the deliverer, which is Yahushua.
And shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
Through the word. All right, this word is what turns you away from ungodliness. And in the kingdom, that's when we're going to really be perfect. Because right now we're still subject to sin because of our flesh. But in the kingdom, when the Lord put his word in our inward parts, that's when we're gonna be made perfect. Because Yahushua was the archetype of our coming perfection, of us being completely and spiritually in unity with the lost statutes and commandments of the Most High. That was it on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, get last scripture is gonna be Isaiah 24 and 5.
Come on. This is Isaiah 24 verse 5. It says the earth is the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Yeah, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. We all inhabit the earth, right? But who's the one in power that has the authority to defile the earth with nuclear waste? All right, chemtrails, with what else? Nuclear waste, chemtrails,
with their philosophies, with GMOs,
yeah, genetically modified foods, all right, clone animals,
viruses, right, and diseases.
That's right, viruses and diseases. That's how this earth is defiled through the so-called white man. All right, splicing genes.
Oh, the land. He doesn't keep the land Sabbath.
He don't keep the land Sabbath. Putting eel genes and was it salmon? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, tomato genes and fish.
The rat genes and tomatoes. All right, so that the earth is defiled by no other than the so-called white man, the devil. Continue.
Right. It says, because they have transgressed the laws.
Because they have transgressed the laws of the Most High. This ain't talking about jaywalking. Right. All right, this ain't talking about littering. All right, people say, "Oh, don't litter." America's gonna be destroyed by fire. What the hell you give a damn about littering for, man? I throw a piece of paper on the damn ground, man. Cause this place is gonna be white, and the kingdom of heaven ain't gonna be like that. Ain't gonna be no fucking garbage all throughout the streets. Know what I'm saying? They talking to you about littering, but at the same time they putting fluoride in your water. They using chemtrails to break down your immune system. All right, but they're worried about Syria is using biological weapons on their own people. What the hell you think fluoride and damn chemtrails is? All right, that's biological weapons against their own people, right?
Hey, but we ain't gonna say go ahead and litter, because they might get it. Y'all brothers might get a ticket.
Yeah.
The so-called white man's a devil, man.
Yeah.
It says because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the
transgress the laws, change the ordinance, saying it's all right for a man and man to get married together in holy matrimony and adopt children and live happily ever after. All right, that's changing the ordinance. Oh, a man has equal rights with a woman.
Yeah.
A man could be in subjection to a woman. That's changing the ordinance, man. All right.
Broken the everlasting covenant.
Broken the everlasting covenant. Continue.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
Therefore has the curse devoured the earth. Continue.
And they that dwell therein are desolate.
And they that dwell therein are desolate.
Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned.
Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned. That's a curse that the Most High is going to send to cleanse this earth. It's a curse for the wicked, but for the elect, that's a blessing, because that fire is going to destroy our enemies, all right, and purify our earth, which is our Heavenly Father's earth, which He created for our sakes. Because everything the Lord created was for us, all right? He created for us to enjoy. So when the Lord destroy this place with nuclear fire, it's going to replenish the earth, all right, replenish the minerals in the soil, that everything's going to go back to it was in the ancient world, man. Just like you got that movie Time Machine, when the dude went so far into the future that it symbolized, it went back, it looked like it was prehistoric times. That's the same thing that's going to happen now, man. All right, everything's going to go back to the ancient world, but it's going to be the future. All right, everything's going to grow in abundance. All right, the air you breathe is going to be good to your lungs. Instead you breathe air here, your nose get clogged up, your chest start to hurt.
Your sinuses.
All right, your sinuses. All right, so all that is going to be done away with, and the purifying agent the Lord is going to use is that nuclear fire.
And few men left.
And few men left, because everybody in America is going to be completely destroyed. And the places the missiles hit in other places of the earth, all right, you still gonna have survivors. Like when Russia ain't gonna be completely destroyed, the land of Israel is gonna be completely destroyed. All right, all other places that these missiles hit, you're gonna have parts of that land still, still livable. All right, but with that, America ain't gonna be inhabited no more. All right, the land of Israel is gonna be rebuilt through the power and grace of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and all you other nations who look at us like niggas and spicks and wetbacks, that you treat us like the scum of the earth. Our time is coming, our kingdom is coming.
You're going into slavery.
You're going into slavery. All right. So with that, we're gonna say all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Double honors to our elders at Great Millstone. All right, and Kwam Yasha'Allah to the elect.
Kwame Yashala.